So hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Coin Repo. This is another video on the RTX A2000. Now these cards are fairly new. There's just a couple of videos on the web, specifically the one from Dizzy Mining. That's the one that got me to buy these cards. I remember I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep, went on YouTube, found his video, and I thought, let's have a look. And while I was looking online, on websites in the UK, some of them like Scan, I believe at the time, was saying there's another 7 people buying this product, and I thought, well, I'd better jump on this train as well. I bought a few on various websites. I've got a few delivered. I have a few on back order as well that I'm waiting on to be delivered. I spoke to the companies shipping them, and it looks as if most of them are delayed or on back order or still haven't arrived yet. Now, I was lucky enough to get 6 about a week and a half ago from various companies. I'm still waiting on a few, as I've mentioned. And I've had some issues. So while this is the most efficient rig out there at the moment, I don't think there's anything more efficient than this when you mine ETH. So on the ETH hash algorithm, they also come with some issues. I've tried to put these cards on my 12 GPU rig, which is this one. Currently I've only got 5 cards running on it. So I've got a 3090, 1660 Super, two 6800 XTs and a 3060 Ti. This is an LHR one, and I've got another 2 Windows rigs that are the non-LHR versions, 3090, 3070, a mix of cards. Now I've tried to add these 5 A2000s to this rig because I have it's on a 12 GPU rig. Done all the work, put them all together, so they don't play well. So HiveOS was running. I was getting some hashes out and everything else, but after a while, now I can't remember, it was like 20 minutes, half an hour, I kept getting errors and the rig was restarting. Now, while AMD and GeForce RTX cards play well together on HiveOS, when I've added the A2000s in the mix, I kept getting errors. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do a Windows rig. I'm going to put them together with my other cards on the Windows rig and let them run like that. Reason being, I didn't want to pay the fees on HiveOS and everything for having more rig, and I wanted the flexibility to mine on other pools, not just Hive on pool. Doing that, I've realized that you need the Quadro drivers if you want to run the A2000s on a Windows machine. Now, unfortunately, as soon as I pop in the Quadro drivers, obviously my regular GeForce drivers don't work. So yeah, it's not going to work well if you mix it up with other cards. So I've had to set up a separate rig just for the RTX A2000s. It's just a homemade rig, wooden one, with some fans at the back. I'd recommend having some fans blowing cold air from the back, and maybe, if you have the space, get some fans on the front as well to suck that hot air from around the cards. They get very, very hot. So they sit at around 53, 52, 51, and then the memory, I think, sits at around 75, 80 degrees. It's not that bad, but it's still hot. And the fans have to be at 100% all the time. So currently, the rig is mining HiveCoin HVQ. So this is a new coin based on the Kapow algorithm. I've been mining it since when? Since August. Yeah. So the HiveCoin team has some big plans for the future master nodes. The NFT gaming in collaboration with Chives. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. So there's Chives SCC and HiveCoin HVQ. They're working on some cross-platform collaboration as well, where Chives is coming out with an NFT game. You're going to be able to buy some pets with HVQ in the future as well. Anyway, let's see how these have been hashing away. So HiveCoin is running on the Kapow algorithm. I've had it running for 48 minutes now, and in these 48 minutes I've had quite a few shares. As you can see, it's sitting at 343 watts, getting around 77 mega hash. Most of the cards are sitting above 15 mega hash, and this one's sitting under 15, just slightly under. Power draw is around 69 watts. It's not bad. It's not bad. I would say it's very efficient. Just to give you an idea, if you're into Ravencoin, you're probably going to get the same results. It's a similar algorithm. Very, very cost effective. They come with 6 gigabytes. I was talking to someone on Discord last night, and he was asking me, should I buy? What about the DAGs growing too far? And I think when looking, for example, I looked at ETC and I think 6 gigabytes wouldn't be enough in 2031 or 2032, so years away. Again, RavenCoin would be good for a couple of years, Ergo would be still good for a couple of years, so even if you buy them, your card will probably die before the deck size is too big for your cards. So yeah, from as far as I'm concerned, it's a buy. So 15 mega hash on Kapow. So we're gonna stop HiveCoin. We're just gonna test something else. So before I move over to the ETH one, I just wanted to mention the settings in HiveOS for Kapow, HiveCoin. They were core at 1500, memory -400, and then power limit at 70 watts. 70 watts is as high as it goes. Now the settings I normally use on ETH are slightly different. Memory wise, I'm at 2800. And then core wise, I tend to lock it at 1350. So let me just amend that and see what results we get. 1350, 2800, 66. Just gonna cut this out. We've just kicked off the new flight sheet for ETH hash. As you can see, we're almost at 200 mega hash. This tends to sit pretty consistently around 41 mega hashes, so 40.9, 41. Obviously, these two GPUs, number 2 and number 4, they're still updating. They should go up to 40. I've had no major issues since I've set it up separately, except with one card, and I'm gonna go into that in a different video. But yeah, it's pretty consistent around 40 mega hash. I've had really high uptimes of 45 days without errors. So power consumption 65 watts at the moment, limit is set to 66. I don't think there's anything as efficient as these cards out there. They are also very stable, so as I mentioned, they run a bit warm for my liking, but again, I've set up some fans behind them, blowing some cool air on them, and that's getting them to work just well. If you've got some decent cooling, you're not going to have any issues with ETH. Now let's have a look at a different algorithm. So the settings on ETH are core 1350, memory 2800, power limit 66. Just gonna let this update and see what kind of mega hashes this kicks out. On Ergo, we're getting with the same settings that I've had on Ethereum. Obviously you can tweak it, maybe get it up to 103 mega hash, but I would say 100 to 102 at 66 watts is a pretty good number, to be honest. On Ergo, we're sitting at around 500 mega hash. Temperature is pretty decent, probably the most efficient at mining Ergo as well, compared to all of the other GPUs that we've got on the market. Working really, really well. I don't expect to have any issues if I let it run on the algorithm. I think my longest run on Ergo was about 2 hours, and I've got a few cards running, but not these on Ergo. It's mainly the LHR ones, where I'm using T-Rex, and T-Rex is mining a bit on ETH and a bit on Ergo. Anyway, cool. So now we've got it. Now we've got the rig running on Flux. So on Flux, we're getting around 25 souls. Again, what we're looking at is efficiency rather than which card manages to get the most out of each algorithm. If we compare the RTX A2000, if we compare it to the 3060, to the 3060 Ti, and the 3070, so if we compare the A2000 to the 3060, so for example, at the moment what are we doing? Around 341 watts for 126 solutions a second. So 341 divided by 126, that's around 2.7 watts per solution. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. 2.7. So just keep that in mind. If we compare it to the 3060, that's going to give us 140 divided by 36, 3.8 against 2.7. Huge difference. Then if we look at the 3060 Ti, 190 divided by 54.5, that's 3.48. Again, big difference. And if we look at the 3070 LHR, 180, quite a lot, for 57. So that again is 3.15. So again, the A2000 is very, very efficient. Why I'm saying this is I don't know where you live, but electricity prices have been going up in the UK significantly, and that's eating into our profits, everyone's profits. And if a bear market is around the corner, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, whenever, at least with the A2000s, I know that I'll still be profitable before anyone else with the 3070, 3060 Ti or 3060 if I were to mine Flux. So that's something to keep in mind when you're going out to buy GPUs. Will it be profitable when electricity is up and the price of the coin is down? So that's, yeah, I think that's a big question. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was helpful, insightful in some sort of way. So I've had really good, positive experiences with the RTX A2000 on all the different coins. They are very efficient. They are very reliable so far. Had some issues when I've tried to match them up, pair them up on different rigs with different cards. But as long as you keep them, I don't know, the RTX A2000s, A4000s, 5000s, whatever you've got, as long as you keep them together, I think the driver is going to work fine on your round. You shouldn't have any major issues. Well, that being said, thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for making to the end, if you've made it. Probably one person listening to me rambling. But yeah, thanks again. Take care of yourselves and peace out.